And now we're on the phone with David Morgan of the Morgan Report. David, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I'm laughing because we've gotten knocked down here in the precious metals quite a bit since we had our last show.
Yes, we have. Now, what do you make of the action in the precious metals?
Well, a couple things. Obviously, price is at pretty major support in gold. I remember doing shows. We've been doing shows together quite some time ago, or quite some time, and 1550 was kind of the level where you've kind of touched that closely in gold, and silver is a tougher one because they have these spike lows, which is in the 26 and change level. I've said this before, and I think that's the worst to look at. I think we are bottoming at this point. I don't think it's clear that a bottom is in, but I do think that, anytime you can buy gold under the $1,600 level and anytime you can buy silver under the $30 level, that's a good time to buy for physical purchases for a buy and hold strategy of, say, 3 to 5 years. I'm very strong on that. Doesn't mean that we can't get, some spike low in either one of these metals. I don't see them staying at these levels for a great period of time. If you go back and look at the chart, you'll see that silver was under the $30 level for many, many weeks. And then once it popped above that $30 level, it stayed there until very, very recently. So we'll just have to wait and see. I haven't given up. I think that the fundamentals are as strong as ever, in fact, stronger than ever. Yet at this point, when people are really upset with the price structure, they tend to give up hope, and that's the wrong thing to do. We're low. We have an opportunity. That's the way to look at it.
David, I've read a couple of analyses on what's happening in the precious metals market. Some are speculating that their current weakness is due to how easy it is to hop in and out of these ETFs, and that these are not strong holders. Do you buy into that one?
Certainly, there's the high-frequency trading and all that goes on in the financial world. It's not just in the precious metals these days. Does have influence. There's no doubt about it. How much is really tough to say. All markets move on buying and selling pressure. The more selling pressure there is, the more the price will be driven down. Converse, the more buying pressure there is, the more price will be driven up. Having said that, the physical market in silver is very tight. I just talked to one of the wholesalers this morning, and he's saying that some of the less robust retailers are having trouble getting blanks. I mean, even the U.S. Treasury had trouble getting the amount of blanks required for what was demanded in Silver Eagles, and that's a small market relative to the entire silver market, and I admit that. But nonetheless, it seems that the physical demand for silver, especially, and gold, but particularly silver, is quite robust, and yet you see these weak prices. So they just don't add up. So you have to ask why, and the reason why is because the paper market is really a different market. It's betting on a price. It's not actually what the physical market is demanding.
But one does influence the other, so you feel like this is a good buying opportunity for anybody who wants to hold the physical metal.
Absolutely, anything under 30, and really the paper market sets the price for a while. They can't have discrepancies like we saw at the financial washout in 2008, where the paper price was far, far less than the retail physical price. And I've always maintained that at some point the physical market will take over. Someone, that might be selling futures contracts and the massive amounts of them driving the price down, may get the price down. But on the other hand, people that have the physical might just say, I'm not willing to take that price for my silver anymore. You know what? I bought it for 30. The price shows, $27.50, and buy it from somebody else. I'm not selling it to you. I'm going to hold it. And that could happen, and I'm not predicting it will happen, but at some point, the physical market will take control. It's just very frustrating knowing that's the case in all markets, and you just don't know when. I think we're close, but I've thought that for a while now, and, we're closer probably, but when, who knows?
David, would this be a good time for those who currently do not hold silver to go ahead and start buying a little bit of the junk?
Absolutely. I think it's a great place to get in. And the bag market, I haven't checked the premiums lately. I know last time we spoke about it, the premiums were high, even though the price was not this low, but lower than it had been. And the premiums are starting to come up on junk bags, meaning that the supply is pretty tight for the physical. So, yes, I would definitely say this is a good time.
And what is the best way to get started investing in silver? Obviously, first of all, to get with your report, could you tell us a little bit about your publication, your website?
You bet. Best way, I think, to get in the silver itself is dollar cost averaging. You might check out a logo on my website called Silver Saver. It's a great structured program. You don't have to have a lot of money. It maintains discipline. The website is themorganreport.com. There's a free e-letter that comes out once a week, gives you lots of information. The interviews I do like this are posted on there. I have a YouTube channel, Twitter feed, and then if you're serious about investing in money, metals, and mining, the Morgan Report has a couple of services. You can check those out. It's all explained on the website, themorganreport.com.
David, it's always a pleasure, buddy. You still out there in the Pacific Northwest today?
Indeed I am. Snow's melting, Alan.
Well, good talking to you. This is David Morgan of the Morgan Report. David, it's always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week.
Very good. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.